Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of a Zmoon brand. This is their LED light bar or fog lights. It's a 2-pack and you can see it has the mounting hardware and it's all stainless steel because I have a calibrated magnet here and nothing attracts to it. So that's a good sign that it's not going to rust. Comes with a little instruction booklet telling you how to mount it and also how to wire it up electrically. This is meant for 12-volt systems in a car or a truck. It actually will run at about 13 volts or so when your car is running because of the car's alternator. Let's go over some of the features of this. I just put one of these on my test bench. I'm going to show that. And I measured the power. So at 13 volts, it was a little under 2 amps. That means each one of these lights is only consuming 26 watts each, which is a sign that they're very efficient because I'm going to demonstrate they're very bright. And I also noticed that they do have a spot combined with a flood. There's a 15-degree angle spotlight and then there's a 170-degree flood. So what they've done here is they have the LEDs in this particular array to give a spot and a white angle, which is really clever. Now, I also noticed that it's all high quality stainless steel and aluminum, and I noticed that there's heavy gauge aluminum fins on here that are really smooth. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Let's take a look here. Let's add a light right here. So right there you can see they have that nice fin. You can look right in there. Now, what does that mean to you as a consumer? It means that this is going to dissipate any heat from these LEDs, and they run cool in general. It also means that the lifespan is going to be 50,000 hours on them because they're not being taxed. LEDs are very sensitive to heat. They're not like incandescent bulbs, so you want to dissipate that heat. And that thick aluminum is going to do that for you. Then you're going to get that 50,000 hours that they're promising. Now these are IP67 waterproof. I'm going to show a chart about that. And that means that it's totally dust tight and water resistant. You could submerge these lights for 30 minutes at 1 meter under the water. So that means that for your car, outside, wherever you're putting this on, it's going to be able to handle the elements without getting intrusion of water into the electronics. So you see the kit comes with the 2 LED bars and 2 mounting brackets and 1 instruction manual. So very simple to use, very simple to mount. On the back of this there is some screws that you can see. They're stainless steel and they slide around, and that's what you're going to be locking in with these hex screws right here. And then you could use this very thick plastic mounting bracket. I mean, I can't even flex that. That's how thick that is. Once you mount this in place, you have your plus and your minus, and you're going to wire it up to a switch and a fuse in your car or your truck, and you'll be all set. Very simple. You're going to run these in parallel connection, just like that, and then run it to your power through a switch that can handle at least 2 amps. I would be more safe and go with a 5 amp switch. So I wanted to show how to install the light bar. This is the bracket that's included, and this is the stainless steel hardware. You can see there's a large bolt right here and a compression washer, and that's what you're going to use to mount this to your vehicle using that bolt right there. Now this has the 2 screws that I showed that were floating inside that channel. So you line up those screws right there, and there's a hex nut, and you use the hex nut to tighten it wherever you want to put this in place. And you could adjust, you could slide it up and down, as you can see like that, and move it left to right. Generally you want to keep it centered so that it is balanced nicely, but you can change the angle so that the angle of the light can be adjusted for your given application. It's just that simple to install. So I'm in my lab in my basement, and I'm going to show you how these are wired up and how they work. I have a power supply simulating what's in your car with your alternator run to about 13 volts. That's the voltage and that's the current. So I have the negative on the black wire, and the positive we're going to put on the positive wire, the red. And you see the light comes on, very bright, as you can see into the camera right there. And if you look at the current, it's about 1.99 amps. So that's where you get into 26 watts. That times that is your watts. So that shows that it's about 26 watts, a little less, and that's very efficient. Now we're going to let this run, and we're going to do a little thermal test on it. So I'm going to let this sit for about half hour, and we're going to come back and do some temperature measurements on it. So I have it running for about a half hour, and I have a little thermal gun right here. So let's take a look at the back heatsink. You can see that it's about 90 degrees. Let's look at the front, and you can see that it's about 73, 79 degrees. So what's happening is the heat is coming to the back and being dissipated by that aluminum channel. So this is really cool. I mean, 78, 79, 80 degrees is very cool to the touch. But it shows that those LEDs are connected on the circuit board. They're connected to the heat sink of this back panel. And that's what you want. You want that heat from these LEDs to go that way, where it's cooled by the airflow over these sections of aluminum. So that's what you want to see. So that's functioning perfectly. So the best way that I can show the light being a spot and a wide angle, because if I show it outside it's going to be really hard to show. So I'm at 2 feet away, shooting against a flat wall, and you can see the spotlight section. But if I bring a piece of paper in, you can see that it has the wide angle right there, and then it has, of course, the spot. So it's a combination of both. It's illuminating a rectangular area all the way around, and then it's got the spot. And as you move further away, obviously it gets bigger and bigger, and that's what you want. And at about 25 feet or so, it's going to be about 30 foot wide. So that's just what you want, and that's perfect for a fog light on your vehicle. So, what's my overall opinion about the Zmoon brand LED light bar or fog lights 2-pack? I think this is a great value. These seem to be very high quality. Stainless steel bolts, a unique spot and flood combination, 15 degree spot, 170 degree flood. It allows you to get a wide, even light distribution, as I showed. The thick die-cast aluminum dissipates the heat. The efficiency at 26 watts each, which means it's not going to be putting a strain on your alternator or your battery system of your car or truck. The mounting brackets are very durable. They're stainless steel. You're going to like this kit. It's very priced very fairly, and you're going to really like it. I'm going to give it a full 5-star rating on my channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you'll alert to new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helps you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.